The first thing you need to do is find out where all the coax cables and all the Cat5 cables come together in the house. These are your entertainment and communication cables. In a more modern house, they should all lead to a media box. Access the cables by removing the front panel. Because this is new construction, each one of these cables has a loose end. In other words, they're not connected to anything. Some of these cables have a connector on the end of them. This is called an F connector, which is the same kind of connector you would screw into the back of a television set. You may have some cables that don't have connectors on them at all. These will eventually need F connectors. If you find your cables are already connected to a splitter, then simply disconnect them and start from scratch. Each individual cable will lead to a different room in the house, or an external wall where it can be hooked to a satellite dish, cable service, or an antenna. You will need to figure out which end belongs to which location and label it accordingly. Once I matched the ends to the location, I color-coded them with tape, then wrote it down, making record of the code. For example, here's a coax jack on the wall in one of the bedrooms upstairs. This end of the coax that's screwed into the back of the jack, I labeled with white and red tape. I found the opposite end using a continuity tester in the basement, so I labeled it with white and red tape as well. A continuity tester is a tool that will determine an electrical path between 2 points, the points being each end of the cable. You can purchase one or make one like this. Now that we know which cables go to which location, I like to begin on an external cable. Here are some cables on the outside of my house. These are meant to be hooked up to a cable service, satellite dish, or an antenna. Note that you will need only one of these for an antenna. I also had an external cable sent to my attic because I wanted the option of having an antenna in the attic for aesthetic reasons. This is a new antenna that I recently purchased and installed. After locating the cable in the attic, I installed an F connector. I simply screwed it to the designated terminal on the back of the antenna. I also color-coded this cable with white tape on both ends. This end in the attic that's connected to the antenna, and the other end that leads to the media box in the basement. This is going to be the most important cable. It's the one that will feed the signal to all the locations in the house. This is an 8-way video module, also called a splitter. Its function is to receive the antenna cable on the antenna terminal and then send the signal to 8 different locations in the house. Begin connecting all the location cables to the terminals. Make sure each one is threaded snugly in place, but do not over-tighten. Once all the desired cables are connected, secure the module into the media box and return the cover. Finally, test each location by hooking a TV up to each wall jack. Turn the TV on and select the antenna setting, and test each local station to see if you have good reception. If the reception is poor, you may need to turn the antenna until it picks up a good signal. And now you can save a lot of money by watching free TV.